Your team has played 40 games during a Major League Baseball season. You know what to expect from that team, and we now know what to expect from the 2024 Mariners, a team that will strike out a lot and will not slug much, slugging only 362 with 417 strikeouts. The highest slug is a 446, and the lowest slug is a 332. So the Mariners actually have the sixth worst slug in Major League Baseball. Mariners today lost 8-1, did not get a walk at all. Only 28 men to the plate throughout the entire game. 29 men, actually. I messed up the math on something. 29 men to the plate throughout the entire game. No! That's right, because Hanny, so it was 30. Because we had a caught stealing, so not great. Mariners have 148 runs on 290 hits, 42 doubles, 7 triples, and 42 home runs. So that's actually pretty good, and 143 RBIs. Average of 222, an OBP of 300, a slug of 362, and an OPS of 662. Those 417 strikeouts are 33 more than the next closest team, the Colorado Rockies, though they do have one more game played than the Rockies. The Rockies, however, have 11 more at-bats than the Mariners have had this season, so yeah. That's a thing. Mariners today did not do well. Did not do well at all. Bryce Miller takes the loss, despite lowering his ERA to 2.66, giving up only 2 earned runs. So Mariners brought 29 to the plate, scored a run, had 3 hits, 1 RBI, struck out 7 times. Mariners struck out 12, but walked 5. Had allowed 8 runs on 9 hits. There was 1 wild pitch. That was not great. Estes, Spence, Adams, Ursig, and Kelly pitched for the Athletics. Miller, Stanek, Spear, and Bizzardo pitched for the Mariners. Bizzardo did not look good. He gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk, and struck out 1, including a home run, raising his ERA to 12. I'm not happy about that. Not happy about that at all. The issue the Mariners are having is that they do not get on base right now. There were some good signs throughout the course of the game. Julio Rodriguez had some of the hardest hit balls of his season, including one that was 110 miles an hour off the bat that the pitcher made basically a life-saving grab on, and I'm not exaggerating when I say life-saving. If that ball had hit him, it's likely that there would have been a severe injury. An amazing play, and honestly, life is more important than baseball, so I'm glad the pitcher was able to catch that. And then Julio had another hit robbed. It just died on the warning track, so not great. Not great at all. Mariners is they are not a team that you should expect to be there when you need them to have runs scored in situational hitting. The Mariners have been very bad at doing that. Mariners could have done some good things. Cal Raleigh had his 10th home run, earliest catcher in the American League to get to 10 home runs since Jorge Posada in 2003. So that's really good. Texas lost. Um, that keeps the Mariners half a game back at 21-19, and Texas at 22-19. Mariners are 2.5 games behind the wild card and half a game out of the division lead. Are 4-6, and the Rangers are 6-4. It just was not a good game. I've been scoring games recently because it's been giving me some more to do during the game, and I've been thoroughly enjoying seeing how, as I score, I'm like, oh, that explains why the Mariners didn't have it. Instead of just watching a 1-2-3 inning, I can look and I can be like, oh, 1-2-3, 1-2-3. Oh, they struck out 6 times over the course of the last 5 innings, and it's like, or 2 innings, 5 strikeouts in 2 innings, things like that. What to expect from that? Now, I do know the Mariners cannot continue on this path if they want to make the playoffs. They are going to need to stop striking out and hit balls. Julio took an extra hour of batting practice today at 2 p.m. So I'm proud of him for doing that, recognizing that he needed to do that. and it paid off in terms of the process, but it didn't pay off in terms of the results. I'm okay with that because baseball's random and weird, and two of his batted balls were over 100 miles an hour. He had hard hit balls. Remember, a hard hit ball is 95 miles an hour or higher. Julio did get caught stealing after reaching on a fielder's choice. Not great. He just overslid. A lot of people in the Mariners subreddit are complaining about Julio, saying he's like the most overrated superstar ever, forgetting that the man's 22 and like he's still developing and he is off to a really slow start. I don't like that he's off to a slow start, but I do see that he is working and trying to improve, and I'm happy about that. If it doesn't work out, maybe he has to go down to Tacoma for like a week, like to work with the hitting coach down there, or maybe he just walks over to Tacoma for a week or for a day or two before the games and works with the hitting coach down there and then comes back to Seattle. They're pretty close. You can get there's a subway line or there's a rail line between the two of them. Relatively easy to get between Tacoma and Seattle. Um, Maybe he just spends some extra time with the Mariners hitting coach, see what happens with that. Mitch Garver is not doing very well. He got robbed of a base hit today too that went to the hot corner L5. That was just a hard hit ball. I thought it was out. I thought it was going to be at least a double. But yeah, so looking at run differential, actually the Mariners only have a +2 run differential, and the Pythagorean win loss is 20-20. So that's not actually the end of the world. So we are overperforming our Pythagorean win loss by 1 game, and Texas is underperforming. They have a +22 run differential. So yeah, process is there, the pitching is there. The bullpen didn't look great today, but it's been taxed. So I can see the Mariners turning the season into something that's good. But I could also see this turning into like a 60 and 102 season, based on because of the strikeouts. If the Mariners can turn around the strikeout situation, it will be a year where they make the playoffs and win the division.